Hello, so this video is to just describe how the program that runs our AI for our final project for the Intro AI class works. So we have a jar file built which runs one of the two main classes in our program. Um, this is the main class that just runs a specific AI parameter that you give it. And there are several options for that. We have the random AI, the simulated annealing AI, the hill climbing AI, the daily genetic algorithm, the naive genetic algorithm, the stepwise genetic algorithm, the short genetic algorithm. So these are the seven different options for that first parameter on this application. And they will choose which AI agent to run. What we have. And if we run the random AI, we get an example of the output. It tells you how long it survives, how long that operation ran for, because that's a fairly interesting number. And then it gives us the final stats of the agent, so it'll tell us how he died in a way, as well as how comfortable they were able to get, etc. So this one starved to death. You can tell because his hunger is 10, and he starved to death because his tools reached -1 and he wasn't able to replace them. So when your tools break, if you haven't improved them, then you will not be able to mine or get food or do any of those important actions. So therefore, he starved to death. And then at the bottom it tells us what actions were performed how many times. And so as you see here, they did some food and wood gathering and some mining, but then their tools broke and they hadn't built their tools broke again and they hadn't built enough to continue. So now we can run daily genetic, and that will take a while. In the meantime, I can talk about the second parameter. There's a second parameter that you can run on this function, which will tell it to run multiple times, essentially. All it will do is run it. So if you give it 5, it'll run everything 5 times, and you'll get 5 outputs. While that runs, we can also move to the second runnable class, and this is our compare genetic class. What it does is it takes the 4 genetic algorithms that we created, and it will run them and get an output of what actions it took, how the resources exceed work during those actions, and so provide a comparison as you do that. And so that will give us this output for, it takes so long to run, so I'm not going to do it, for the shortened actions. This is actually a smaller output file for it. And as it goes on, you see that it did its first action, which is to mine some ore, and it got the ore, and then it was to mine some more ore, and it got a little bit more ore. Then it was to get some food, and then the food was eaten, so that was well timed. Oh, it already took some hunger points, and it continues. And each one of these actions is an hour in our program, so that means once it survives till the end, it's survived for 7 days and has done a lot of actions. This one also starved. And so as you see here also, it tells you what day, the hour in the day based on a decimal of what portion of the day it is, and then the action performed there. And then it gives us each of the resources and needs, and continues. And so it can run that. It does not take any inputs, it just runs. If you want to mess around with it, you can change the code. And now let's see if that's come back to see what we have. Yeah, so this daily genetic ran for 5,408 days before dying because he ran out of health, and ran for 40 seconds. And that gives us sort of an idea of how he did that. All right, so that's just an overview of our program and how to run it and what types of outputs it gets.